Good morning, geometry guys. We are back. We're trying something new today. We're actually using Screencastify so you can see me. Hello there. And we are using Cami, which is a free online program. So that's what I'm using today instead of our normal whiteboard. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe with the bell. So.
Oh yeah.
Today was our first day of actually, picking up a practice test or practice handout, working on it, seeing if you could actually decipher what you did yesterday and apply it to something. Now, you do have a check on learning today. Okay, check on learning is a daily grade. It's open notes. You get to use both today's notes and yesterday's notes. Okay? Okay. Now, that's a secret mouse control will do for later. Now, draw and label the following. Some of y'all are really close on this. Okay? I was looking at a lot of people's stuff like this. Some people are really close. All right, this is now, some of y'all did this. You actually wrote that this was a line. Very good. So you actually know what's going on. Okay? And then you should have had something like this. And here's a dot here. And here's a dot here, okay? So now, does yours have to be horizontal? No, it could have been diagonal, okay? But here's the deal, Pickles. It's gotta be something like this, okay? Good. All right, so, hang on, let's move me up here. Oh, nope. Go back. Where'd I go? There. Okay, come on. All right, so find the pen. I gotta change this color here. There we go. So number two. So point C and D. Okay. Point C and D, they don't have to be beside each other. They could be around each other. It's just those letters with a closed circle around them. Okay, that's it. This is what's funny. So many people did this as either a line or a line segment on number 2, and then on number 4, you actually did the dots, like spread around.
I did this one a line.
All right, so this is a line segment, so we should have a dot here and dot here, line RS. Now, notice how my line stops at the dots. Okay? Okay. All right. Jokes are bad. All right, so. Nope, they're just bad. So, all right, are y'all good with 1, 2, and 3? Because I'm fixing to scroll down. All right, good deal, Pickles. Moving on. All right, so here's a dot, there's a dot, everywhere's a dot. Okay, it's got to be a closed circle with the letter beside it. It doesn't have to be a triangle. It could have been a straight line, but not connected. Okay. Now, MN. This is a what? Ray. All right. How many of y'all actually labeled what it was, like on number 1 and number 5 and stuff like that before you drew it? 2, 3 people? Perfect. Good. Because if that's how you operate, that's how you operate. Okay. So it goes, so an M goes here, and an N goes here. All right. And then number 6. See, I don't want to use. Yeah, that yellow doesn't show up. So let's change that.
Stop sleeping, class.
I'm not sleeping. Okay, so All right, right, good. And that's about as straight as a line as I can make when it's not horizontal. All right, so probably need to fix that. Hang on. Bloop. Bloop. Okay, so go this way. This way. All right, good. There's JK. All right. Or in other places, Jeffrey's kids. Now, so there you go. Now, other than the fact that you were actually drawing these, you didn't draw these yesterday, it's still the same concepts. Okay? Again, we're going slow into this because, hopefully nobody was worried about, doing geometry during the summer. If you were, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So, name 4 points. Okay. So, we have points. Now, you could have named, it doesn't matter which order that you put them as long as you got all 4. Okay, how many of y'all did the PTS? You did like some type of parenthesis, or how many of y'all actually wrote point L, point M, point? No? Okay, how many of y'all did this?
No.
Okay, 2 people. Good. So, how many of y'all just wrote the letters?
I put point? That's what he just
That's what I just said, Helen.
Oh.
And you said, I didn't do that.
I didn't do that one.
5 minutes later, that's what I did. Okay, so,
None of them up there what I did. He literally asked if anybody did parentheses. Oh.
all right.
Well, if you don't.
So, name 2 line segments. All right, there's more than 2.
Line. Wait. Okay. Here it is. So, I got that wrong. Wait. VS. I got that right. VS.
Now, you could have, as long as you have 2 of those 3, as long as you have 2 of those 3 and it's labeled like I have it labeled. Okay? Cool.
Got it.
All right. Name 3 Rays. Hey. It's my buddy Ray. All right, so ML. All right. Is that green too bright or is it okay? Y'all are like, yeah, we like it. Okay. All right. MN. One of the programs I used one time, we could actually have like a color on the outside of a color, like a marker, and I was getting observed. And I said, so what color do y'all want this problem in? Somebody said, electric turd, which was hilarious because it was brown highlighted with like bright blue. That principal, they were like, so what's this whole electric turd thing you have going on? So, all right, so if you did those 3 easy ones, that's fine. Now,
Remember, we read right to left, bottom to top.
all right, so now also on number 9, okay, if you would have done this, now I did not cover this yesterday, and y'all were trying to label like if we started here and went all the way this way, right? So you would have wrote L, we skip M, okay, and then we do N. And this is why. It goes from where it starts to the furthest one on the right, so it covers everything in between. Okay, we did not cover that. Some of y'all are like, oh, I put 3 letters. It's okay. All right, we're not like gonna, shave your eyebrows today. All right. So now there's actually 5 Rays in there that you could have named. All right. There's Ray,
No.
Bobby Ray,
No.
Billy Ray.
No. I missed one.
All right. So name a line 3 ways. Okay, we're going to be dealing with this right here. Okay, so we're going to name it. There's this way. There's this way. And then there is, we could actually do it this way. There's, yeah. You could have said MNN. You could have said NM. You know, some of y'all are really good at saying M. Never mind. Okay, so it, as long as it's on there. Okay, now that's where, you know, geometry, a lot of things have to be specific, and then a lot of things are kind of like, oh, whatever. Okay, if it's on there, notice how when we label it with the arrows going each direction, it covers everything on there. Everything. Okay? All right. Awesome possum. All right. Name 5 points.
RC.
All right.
Oh, you're evil.
That is one way to do them. You could have put, you know, points. You could have, that could have went here and no parentheses. Okay. I'm not going to add, naming 5 points to me right now. The only reason, it's just practice, because when we start getting into angles and stuff like that, you need to know which way it goes. Okay. 2 line segments. Holy smokes. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. So.
Already got it wrong. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, that one got it. And I got it wrong.
Okay, there are 5 line segments right there. Okay. All you had to have was 2 of them. Now, what do those have to have? It has to have just a line across, no arrows or anything like that. All right. Got it. All right. So name 4 rays. A, B, F, G, F, G, J, K. Yo tengo clase de español 3 años. Alright, so, again, there's, you know, there's a lot. You just needed 4. If I were you, if I was a student in this class, I would have started right here at S, and I would have went this way, this way, this way, this way. I would have done those 4 because those are the main ones, but also a very, you know, easiest, yes. Okay, those are the easiest. Name a line 3 ways. All right, this is this line right here. So we could say, you know, RT. We ST. Okay, TR. SR. RS. Okay, I'm doing more than 3 because there's multiple different ways. Because I know what's going to happen as soon as, like, if I just listed 3 and one of yours wasn't one of those 3 and it was actually the right answer, being like, oh no. Okay, so, all right, now. So, first little, you know, dibble dabble. Things of that nature. So, we're about to have a check on learning. Okay, check on learning. The abbreviation for that is COL. So when you see COL this year, that's what it means. Okay, you're going to turn it in the basket when you're done. When I name, now this is Okay.
I don't name all that.
Now, I know some of y'all are like, but you should know who I am. No, I don't know who you are. This is day 3, okay? Some of y'all, I don't know, you could have, like, spawned out of some primordial ooze on Saturday, and then here you are, okay? I, you know, and nobody in here has reached the status of, like, you know, the people that go by, you know, one-word names, like,
I literally go all one.
like, you know, Michael, Madonna, Prince, Lassie. So, all right. So, don't forget to hit like and subscribe with the bell. And good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.